the camera for me? Start whenever you're ready.
She's a fire starter, hazel embers in her eyes. She wakes up each and every morning so unsatisfied.
Artists on the Fly, what's going on? This is Chason with Digital Cassette. We got Elizabeth on vocals, Jordan on guitar and bass, and we got Nick on drums. How we linked up, it all started 2 years ago, 2016. Nick and I played in Taste of Chicago together for an artist. It was a great experience, and then from there we got invited to do So Far shows. And from there we had to find a bass player, and that's where I met Jordan through another fellow artist. And then something was missing, a key piece was missing. And then so Nick and I went to go see this show called Cabaret, and there we saw this vocalist on stage, and she just killed it. And her name was Elizabeth. But then a side note is that Nick and Elizabeth were dating 2 years prior, and they're still dating now, so.
We were?
Yes.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. And that's how we all linked up as a band.
I studied theater in college. I went to Joliet Junior College. And then after I graduated with my associates, I just went straight into the field auditioning. It's a very hard business to get into, obviously. But yeah, I was in Cabaret with Beverly Theater Guild in the south side of Chicago. And Nick, obviously, because we are dating.
That is confirmed now.
As confirmed. Brought Chason, and Chason and I, we were friends, but he's never heard me perform or sing or anything. So after the show, we were just all talking, and I was, just saying like, hey, put me on a track, Chason, I'm here. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So I feel like that's when we all just started blending together.
It's difficult, breaking through and getting people to book you for their show. So one, we started doing our own shows. We've been very blessed, and people also reach out to us for opportunities. Shout out So Far Sounds. That was our first show together as a band, and then doing that opportunity has led to other opportunities. So the whole point is we're just trying to make the best possible content and always deliver on our performances. So that way people want to keep booking us, and then also try to set up our own show so then people also can come play with us and then get their fan base aligned with ours.
Definitely breaking out into the music scene. We've been booking shows more frequently. I think when we all started out together as a band, we were only doing maybe one show a month, one or two maybe. But we're definitely doing more things more often. Obviously, thank you so much for having us here. We're just starting to put ourselves out there more frequently, which I think is something very crucial into really breaking out into the music scene.
Basically, you need to build a resume for yourself before you start, booking the larger shows, paying your dues, as they might say. But, you first start out, they're like, I don't know, who is this guy? And play the shows, get the name out there, show people that you have a good product, and keep building from there.
So the black ice won't get me. Sweetest thing I ever met. Too much had me feel better. All of the good times that we seem to share. Regrets all I remember, and I know I am not perfect.
It's definitely very R&B 90s kind of feel to it. That's how a lot of people describe it. I describe it as a combination of Drake and The Weeknd along with Michael Bublé.
Yeah, we try to rely heavily on live instrumentation along with using the stock computer sounds. So that's why having Jordan and Nick is super crucial. So when we're performing live, the live bass is there, and then the live drums, because it really pushes our performance and it makes us stand out amongst other performers in the city.
Yeah, the live band element gives it a whole new energy compared to the original studio tracks, I think.
Yeah, and we can play around live too. We like to add little bits. And it just makes a little more organic feel. Oh, I think we should add horns.
Always.
and auxiliary percussion and 3 or 4 keyboards. and a guitar, and definitely tambales, congas.
It's a really big band of things. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not done. Organ, and then yeah, I think then we'll be good.
Lost is one of the older cuts that we have yet to perform it, but we keep talking about it because like this song's dope, but we just haven't performed it yet. Lost existed. I wrote it in 2016. It was with my friend Joe Marabelli, aka the physicist, and he's the original piano player on the track. It's just like this idea of like addiction, but using it like a metaphor to like a young woman, So then people think like it's a song about like heartbreak, but it's actually just like I had some vices. That's the tale behind that one. Some people have not appreciated the songs that I've written about them, and I guess that's also my fault because I tell them that the song is written about them. Do I tell the dramatic story?
I mean, if you're feeling dramatic.
Oh, okay. Or like, I wrote this song called Dramatic, and it's about a relationship with an artist I have ending. We weren't dating, but it was just like a business relationship, and it fell apart. And then so it's a very like honest song, and like it's very revealing. And then so in spring, I went to the ASCAP Expo, and they asked for me to play that song in front of like 200 people, and they're going to critique it and give me advice. And these are like industry panel people. And so I told them what it's about, the same speech I just gave you. Go to turn around and sit down, and the person the song is written about is in the room. And that's crazy because we're in LA and they're in Chicago. So the fact that they are just like in LA and in the room, like I kind of felt bad about that. Cause like, dang, I like just shared all of our business in front of everyone and everyone's listening. But for the most part, I don't regret that I write the music that I write. I think it's important to be honest though. I think this band works out because we're all honest and we all communicate and we call each other out when we're being petty or on our BS.
We basically roast each other in the group chat.
So it's a very healthy relationship then, being honest with everyone.
Yeah, that's healthy.
Honesty is the key to everything.
The biggest thing is when I went to school they push for 60% classical and 40% jazz. Yeah, it's 100%. Yeah, had to check the math real quick.
Carry the one.
Yeah. And then because of like those two styles are very necessary to build a great education in music, but then they're so different. And if you can conquer both of those, you can do anything, in my opinion. Especially if you can play jazz. I did in college is when I started producing. And then before I started the band, I was like a producer, a writer for people and a ghostwriter. So then like Elizabeth and I will have conversations about like answer these personal questions if you mind, and then I'll try to incorporate those into her lyrics, so then it's more of an honest experience and it's like from her take.
I've seen all types of these hoes make a whole bunch of money from the sky to the floor. Why lie, little mama? Let's ride, little mama. One time, little mama. I've seen all types of these hoes make a whole bunch of money from the sky to the floor. Why lie, little mama? Let's ride, little mama. One time, little mama.
One of the main goals is like music full time, and then being able to like take care of my people as well. So like everyone has a stipend, and we're all just like working as a creative. Pharrell has touched so many generations now. I think he's like in the industry now for like 20 years, possibly like 35. He's pretty old. But then just like I don't understand how Pharrell has all the time to do all the things he does, like with like movie soundtracking and like the artists he brings forward. And then there's songs that he's produced that you don't even know, like, oh, that's Pharrell on the beat. And just like how he's touched so many different aspects. That's what I would like to do.
I think the next step, obviously we're doing this so far, we're booking our own shows. And again, going back to like building your resume and stuff, I think the next step would be starting to like open for nationals, playing real venues. Artists with a bigger name than you jumping on the bill with them and stuff like that. And in order to get the attention to get on those bills, basically doing what we're already doing, playing the small stuff.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's just getting the fan base, trying to get more people into us. That way we get on to bigger things. And we're just, I don't know, getting a wider range of people to focus on us as well, like enjoy our music. a lot of people usually after shows come up to us and they express that it's something that they haven't really heard a lot of, and I feel like that's great. I feel just described from Chason, it's bringing the old style of music, old style R&B, into like the present day style as well, which I think is something that a lot of people don't do, and I think it's absolutely fantastic.
I got labeled crossover by Jay Krasowski. Shout out to him. It was back in 2016, just because like he didn't understand. He was like, you're like doing hip hop, but then you're doing pop, but then you're also singing sometimes. And then so it's like a phrase he told me once, and I've just stuck with it, and I've also been running with it. Chicago's very segregated and siloed. And you've been here a year, so I think you realize like everyone has their like cliques. So one of our biggest things is like we necessarily don't know what clique we fit in yet either. And we've been gigging for 6 months now, roughly 6 months, but like we don't know whose like silo we fit in, because everyone has their silos, and like no one means to do it on purpose. It's not no one's doing this out of spite, but like you have your group of friends and you grew up all together and you're working together and you drop music and then you're supporting just your friends. And then it's the same for the north side over here, and then the west side and the east side. Everyone's doing the same thing. So part of being crossovers, I'm also trying to like make it so we can hop into different people's silos, perform on their bill, and then maybe just like stick to ourselves, but still like reaching out, trying to collab more within the silos. I think that's what the scene could really use.
I think for me, with the community aspect, is like it comes in when we're trying to, we need a sub, for example, or maybe we're just adding musicians, and like 3 keyboard players and organs, and like we need to call around and find musicians from the scene, and so we'll bring in somebody who's maybe not part of, not in our silo, so to speak. So gospel guys or jazz guys, and or like who even like people on the indie rock scene, which in Chicago is massive. And yeah, you get this melting pot all in a band, and it's the different sounds, like there's just nothing like it, and the personalities come into play too, because then a musician will have to like make up a part that might not have been on the original track, and the song becomes a whole new thing, and it's because of that person's personality. So for me, that's the most exciting part, community-wise, about being on the music scene in Chicago.
And then also trying to go to other people's events. Chicago does have a lot of great turn-up opportunities for the free. So then just like trying to show love at someone else's event, hoping that they're going to come out and show love at yours. Networking, yeah.
Hi, I'm Chason. This is Elizabeth. We got Jordan on guitar, Nick on drums, and we're Digital Cassette.
You don't even care enough. You don't even care enough. You don't even care enough. You don't even care enough.
Caught up in the moment, every intention you barred first. So when you're talking, I'm not really listening. Keep my head straight, I know just what I'm worth.
I know my word.
These boys been playing with emotions. They said he's tripping over games. So I got him on this potion, and their bodies they be paid.
I don't want it if you're throwing it my way, though.
Cause every kid
Purr up on it, then they shed slow.
not my intention to make you feel less than raw, less than fleek, less than unless than human. But when you're freaking in the sheets, you gotta know exactly what you're doing.
She was cool for the moment. When all is said and done.
I'm not looking for your love, boy. Besides, you always on the run.
No time for petty allegation. Now when I'm trying to take it all,
it cracking before we even really met. Now she upset, all I wanna do is get good neck. No disrespect, it was an architect, your body would've been impressive. Instead I'm writing these stories, cause damn I'm looking for shorty, my shorty. But I don't see them girls, yeah I couldn't hit them girls. You're perfect on surface, beneath that I figure live but don't need them girls. I think they don't need them girls, just rainy nights and muddy waters. Hands above that basin, gaze I gaze you for your fallen daughters. Fall to not move forward, guys. I look in your eyes, you are not flawless. Your hair sick clean cause you're not scared of water. I'm not scared to sink, I'm over lava. I'm over lovers. If you cannot blink, you cannot leave, please. You haven't fluttered. Don't see I'm stuck in the darkness. Heartache, but only in parts. Kissing on your neck, kissing on your back, kissing on your knuckles. This is the garbage. Mark fit to rip from more targets. That's arson and defeat. That's a quiet play, quiet beat. That's empathy, but I'm reaching. She was cool for the moment. When all is said and done,
I'm not looking for your love, boy. Besides you will be on the run.
no time for petty allegations.